Hello guys, so today we'll be solving LeetCode question 412, FizzBuzz. This is a very popular easy interview question. The question is, given an integer n, return a string array answer, one indexed where answer I is equal to FizzBuzz if I is divisible by both 3 and 5. Answer I is equal to Fizz if I is divisible by 3, and answer I is equal to Buzz if I is divisible by 5. So answer I is equal to I as a string if none of the above conditions are true. So input n, example 1, input n is equal to 3. The output is an array of string 1, string 2, and 3 is Fizz because 3 is divisible by 3. Example 2, n is 5. As you can see, 1, 2, 3 is divisible by 3, 4, 5 is divisible by 5, so it's Buzz. And example 3 is the same on each digit of 5 is divisible by 5, 6 is Fizz, 9 is Fizz divisible by 3, 10 is Buzz divisible by 5, 12 is Fizz. And as you can see, 15 is divisible by both 3 and 5, so it returns FizzBuzz. So the way we'll do this is pretty much, we'll loop through the array until I reaches n. Until I reaches n, until I is equal to n, because we have to start from index 1. So we start from 1 until I is equal to n. And then we pretty much check if it's divisible using the modulo operator. The modulo operator pretty much divides the number by another number, and it returns the remainder. We're going to use it to check if the remainder is 0 when divisible by 3 or 5, and if it is, then we push a string, either depending on the divisible number. Alright, MS 15. We're going to loop through for each value in n, and check if it's divisible by 3 and 5 first, then 3 or 5 in any order after that. The reason being we check it that is equal to if it's divisible by both first is so that if we was to check, because if we was to check if it was divisible by 3 first or 5 first and then push the value into the array, it would then be incorrect. So let me show you how we do it. So we have an array here equal to answer, and we'll have an I value for the for loop. So I right now is equal to 1. So 1 is it divisible by both 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? Neither. So we go 1. Now we're at 2. Is 2 divisible by 3 or 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? No. Now we're at 3. Is 3 divisible by either by both 3 or 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? No. Let me remove I. I'm trying to do the counter in the array, so it's just save time. So we're at 3. 3 is divisible by 3, so we set that to FizzBuzz. Sorry. Fizz, not FizzBuzz. Now we're at 4. Is 4 divisible by both 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? No. Now we're at 5. Is 5 divisible by 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? Yes, it's divisible by 5. So we set this to Buzz. Now we're at 6. Is 6 divisible by 3 or 5? 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? Yes, it's divisible by 3. So we set that to Buzz. Fizz. Now we're at 7. Is 7 divisible by 3 or 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 and 5? No, sorry. Continue to 8. Is 8 divisible by 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? No. Now we're at 9. Is 9 divisible by 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? Yes, it's divisible by 3. So we set this to Fizz. Now we're at 10. Is 10 divisible by 3 or 5? By 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? Yes, it's divisible by 5. So we set this to Buzz. By the way, for to mention, all of these are strings. So even the integers are strings. Now we're at 11. Is 11 divisible by 3 or 5? 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by either 3 or 5? No. So we just leave it as an I value of 11. Now we're at 12. Is 12 divisible by 3 or 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? Yes, it's divisible by 3. So we set this to Fizz. Now we're at 13. Is that divisible by 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? No. 14. Is that divisible by 3 and 5? No. Is it divisible by 3 or 5? No. So we set that 14. Now 15. Is that divisible by 3 and 5? Yes. So in this situation, we set it to FizzBuzz. FizzBuzz. And that's our array that we would return. As you can see, the ones divisible by either number or both are substituted. Let me show you how it's done in code. So, first thing we do is we create an answers array. Here, as you can see, set its answer. Then we have to loop through the n values, starting from I is equal to 1 index here, as you can see. Then as long as it's smaller than or equal to n, we then increment it. Oh, sorry, just to be a semicolon. Now, the first thing we check is if the number is divisible by both 3 and 5. The reason being is if we check the other ones first, then it might push to the array Fizz when it's divisible by 3 if that returns true. But if it's divisible by both, Fizz is wrong. So we need to check this first. So we check if 3, so if I modulo 3 is equal to 0, this pretty much divides the value by 3 and returns the remainder. So if the I value is 4 and we check 4 divided by 3, this will return 1. So we check if I is divisible by 3 with a remainder of 0. This means it's completely divisible by 3 with no remainders. Then we check if I is divisible by 5. So if I modulo 5 is equal to 0, then we push into the answer FizzBuzz. FizzBuzz. Else, we then check if I is divisible by 3 only. Then we push into answer just Fizz. Else, sorry, not else, else if I again is divisible by 5 only, then we push into answer the string buzz. Else, we know it's not divisible by any number, so we just we push the number as a string. So answer dot push, you can do I dot toString here, and this will return it as a string. As you can see, this will pass. Oh no, sorry, we have to return the array also. So return answer. This should pass. As an alternative to this, if you're familiar with web development, you can also use this operator here. We use a backtick with a $sign and the curly brace bracket, which will pass a variable into a string. So if I run this, this should also pass. As you can see, we're going to use the other one as it's easier to understand. Then we'll submit. This is actually the fastest time complexity, so let me just refresh it. Sometimes LeetCode is longer. Okay, anyway. This should be the fastest time complexity, but this is time complexity of ON. So looping through the whole array, and the space complexity of ON, which is storing the whole array. Let's see if the other option is faster, as we're not using a inbuilt method, a JavaScript function. So we used $I. Let's submit then. 1 millisecond. Okay, it's the same. But as you can see, they both pass.